Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates just for you.
The New Zealand government has introduced the Electoral Amendment Bill, which includes ending same-day voter enrolment, reinstating a ban on prisoner voting, and imposing stricter rules on treating near polling places. While supporters argue the reforms will ensure a fairer and more efficient disenfranchise thousands of voters and undermine democratic. The bill is set to undergo a first reading in Parliament, with further debate expected over its long-term implications for New Zealand's electoral system.
New Zealand's healthcare system is heading into a 24-hour nationwide strike with over 36,000 workers, including nurses and midwives, walking off the job. This action follows failed negotiations. The union claims staffing shortages will save Pfizer Health. NZ says they've offered a fair pay package, but the union isn't satisfied. The strike is expected to delay thousands of surgeries and appointments patients by EIH to be discarded.
Sir Michael Hill, the founder of Michael Hill Jewellers, has passed away at the age of 86. His journey from a devastating house fire in 1979 to building a global business ambition. Hill's unique advertising style and leadership in both the jewelry and golf industries left a lasting influence of his business and personal philosophies.
A severe thunderstorm is heading toward the top of the North Island, bringing heavy rain and strong winds that could last into Wednesday morning. The weather is expected to cause flash flooding and landslides, prompting the closure of Cedar and Amber Alert due to high winds, which are forecast to continue unended. Met Service says the storm is being driven by a fast-moving cold front that is expected to remain active until Wednesday. Residents are being urged to stay informed and take necessary precautions, especially those in low-lying areas or on hillsides, local councils, and emergency. As the storm system moves east, it is expected to bring a mix of heavy rain, gusty winds, and thunderstorms, which could lead to localized flooding and damage to infrastructure. The situation is a reminder of the importance of preparedness and vigilance as the weather continues to evolve.
In a recent statement, Labour leader Chris Hipkins has criticized the government's approach to resource management law, calling it way too much flip-flopping, while Labour has not yet committed to repealing the government's fast-track regime. Hipkins made it clear that changes would be made if Labour is elected. The controversy stems from a Facebook post by the Taranaki King Country Labour branch, which suggested the repeal of the fast-track legislation. The post was later deleted after inquiries from RNZ. Hipkins emphasized that Labour would not halt ongoing projects started by the previous government, Leiting I Mas Tropsi. The debate highlights the growing tension between environmental concerns and the push for economic development in New Zealand.
In Southland, a unique and ecologically important lagoon is on the brink of a major environmental crisis. The Department of Conservation, the Waituna Lagoon, could cross an irreversible tipping point. This coastal lagoon, part of the Awarua Waituna wetlands, is suffering from algal blooms and deterioration. An independent panel is currently reviewing a plan to manage water levels by periodically opening the lagoon to the sea. But the process has sparks in using agents powered twice to flush out a dangerous cyanopterial bloom. The lagoon is a sanctuary for over 90 bird species, including migratory. However, concerns have been raised about the potential impacts of higher water levels, with some fearing flooding and drainage issues. Conservation groups have called for a more gradient action, while others urges the Department of Conservation and local lagoon and protect its ecosystem. The coming months will be critical in determining the lagoon's future as the panel considers the next steps in its management.
A severe thunderstorm is heading for the top of the North Island, bringing heavy rain and strong winds that could last into Wednesday. Schools in Northland have already closed, and Auckland's Harbour Bridge is under an amber alert due to high winds. Met Service says the storm is caused by a front moving east, and the weather could bring flash floods and landslides. Residents are being told to stay alert and prepare for possible disruptions. With rain expected to continue, the focus is on keeping communities safe and informed. As the storm progresses, the situation serves as a reminder of how quickly weather can change and the importance of being ready for extreme conditions.
In a bold and defiant act, two climate activists from Climate Liberation Aotearoa have taken shelter inside an aerial coal bucket at Stockton Mine, braving the rain to protest against the expansion of coal mining operations. Their goal is to stop Bathursts on the Stockton and Denniston plateaus. Aside the harsh weather conditions, the protesters are reportedly in good spirits, having created a waterproof shelter and staying warm in the confined space. Rachel Andrews, one of the protesters, said they are determined to continue their protest from further harm. She also mentioned that the next protest will target NZ Bathurst Resources, has expressed concern for the safety of the protesters and is working with authorities to resolve the situation. The story highlights the growing tension between environmental activists and mining companies as the activists remain committed to their cause.
Sir Michael Hill, the iconic New Zealand jeweler and arts patron, has passed away at the age of 86. Tributes from across the country highlight his remarkable contributions, which has Ainkwas. Sir Michael founded the Michael Hill International violin competition, which has inspired Jennery Chudi Irat and Erpor.
In a bold move to protect Maori representation in local governance, the Keep Our Maori Wards campaign has launched with a strong call for community unity and vigilance in Port and Sump permutation. The initiative kicked off in Taranaki and grassroots the importance of accurate embroidery. Councillor Dini Mohahu, a key figure in the campaign, highlights that Maori wards are rooted in the Treaty of Waitangi, not race, as referendums on the future of these wards approach. Organizers warn of a well-organized opposition strategy. Former Mayor Andrew Judd, who faced abuse for supporting Maori wards, warns that the opposition is prepared for a strong backlash. In response to security, Kamake, Mokode, and Councillor Teifaka Mokode have agreed to accompany each other to public meeting. With the election season approaching, the Keep Our Maori Wards initiative stands as a testament to the power of community unity and the importance of informed public participation in safeguarding Maori representation.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.